but I was not gonna be able to. The problem with the plane, you couldn't fly it from, okay, I'm fucked, delayed for like the cyclone 12 hours.
Sometimes things don't go as planned, and that's okay.
So I went to Mauritius, and oh my god, was it something? Was it a mess? But it was amazing. The mess part was the whole planning era. Like a few months ago, maybe October 2021, I wanted a flight straight from Paris to Mauritius with Air France, so then I could pay with miles and American Express. But there was not in. I had the idea of doing the Reunion Island from Paris, then from the Reunion Island to Mauritius, then from Mauritius to the Seychelles. So I booked flights from all the places. The first two with Air France and the last one with Air Seychelles, which was a flight that I couldn't cancel. Then a few months later, I saw that you couldn't fly from the Reunion Island to Mauritius, and I still have this flight to the Seychelles. So I was like, okay, I'm fucked. So I had this idea of doing Reunion Island, Seychelles, Mauritius, Seychelles. That was like the cheapest way of not losing everything. But then I saw that the cyclone was on its way to Mauritius, of course. My flight ended up being delayed for 48 hours. The day I was supposed to finally fly, go to the airport, I'm happy, I'm like excited, yay, I'm going to Mauritius, can't wait. So I saw that the flight was again delayed for like this time 2 hours. I ended up waiting maybe 12 hours in the airport. And finally I was able to arrive to Mauritius. So yeah, welcome back on my channel. My name is Clément and I'm a content creator usually based in France. I'm currently staying in Ubud in Bali, which is amazing, but that's not for today. Today I'm gonna talk to you about, as you can imagine, Mauritius. Oh, hi!
Mauritius is an independent island since 1968, part of the African continent and located east of Madagascar. Most Mauritian people speak both French and English as a result of the country being colonized before, and they also speak their own language, Creole.
So where to stay in Mauritius? As always, it depends on the type of vacation you want to do, because there's tons of luxurious hotels. So if you're looking for something like stay in a hotel kind of vacation, then like there is option for everyone. For a cheaper choice, you can always book an Airbnb. I planned to stay 3 weeks in Mauritius, but I wanted to explore the island first. So for the 16th first day, I booked an Airbnb, and then for the days I had left, I booked a hotel, which I'm going to do a short video about in probably 2 weeks. Anyway, to give you an idea, those 16 days in the Airbnb were cheaper than the 3-4 nights at the hotel. Also, depending on where you're located on the island, the price might differ a little bit. But since I was gonna explore and book a car, it didn't really matter where I was staying on the island, so I just booked an Airbnb at some unknown place. But I was lucky because I was 10 minutes driving away from the beach. So yay, good job, Claire. Yeah, so if you watched my previous video, link in the description box down below as always. You know that I didn't choose the best period of time to visit this part of the world. I went to the Reunion Island in January, which is not really the best time. I was lucky enough to get most sunny days, so it was really good, except for 2 cyclones, because it was also cyclone season at the time I was there. How long should you stay there? That's a good question, because the longer the better, of course, but I would say around 10 plus days, and I would recommend booking a car at the airport, so you don't have to spend a lot of money in taxis, because it can get a bit pricey. Especially knowing that if you're going to drive or if you don't take taxi anyway, there's going to be lots of traffic, because even though the island is not that big, you can end up spending a lot of time driving and not going very fast. Here's 10 things I did during this day, so let's go! So first I'm going to talk about the south part of the island, because it's the part where I spend the most time and the one that I like the most. Number 1 is Le Morne, which is the name of the mountain you can see when you're there. I know that there's multiple hikes you can do. I didn't do any because I didn't have time. I think I remember that the first part you can do it by yourself if you want to go to the top of the mountain, but then at some point you have to stop, otherwise you need a guide to come with you. But as I've seen on pictures, the view looks amazing, so if you like hikes, you should really go there. But if you just want to go to the beach, that you can do also. You're going to see multiple luxurious hotels such as Lux, Marriott, or so on and so on. Between those hotels, you can freely access the beach. I spent a lot of time there because it was only like I said, 10 minutes from my Airbnb, so it was really easy to go. This beach is also famous for like kite surfing. Finally, you can witness what they call the underwater waterfall, some kind of eye fake effect thing, because you see the water going down. I tried to fly my drone there, but I couldn't like fly far enough to see it. But I think that if you do like some kind of helicopter tour, then you can see it from above. Number 2, and something I really recommend if you can do it, is swimming with the dolphin kind of tour. Yes, it has a cost, but it's definitely worth it. And also if you do it with the right guy, then it's gonna make the experience more beautiful. I was recommended one and I really loved it. I did a tour with Karin from June Dolphins, and I'm gonna put her Instagram link in the description box down below for you to check if you want. Here's how it went on our way to the dolphin side. She explained to me how she left her job and she left France like years ago to come to Mauritius. She also volunteers in Ocean Saving Association. We went in the water and swim a little bit with them, but I was amazed that they are not actually scared of humans. They don't care, they just want to play. I had the chance to have one very close to me, so it was really, oh my god, so cute and stuff. Planning on doing this kind of tour, I would recommend going there early. There are lots of different boats from other companies. I know that most of them just stay only 30 minutes. They just go see the dolphin and then boom, go back. We stayed, I think, 2 hours, which was really like nice. Tour costs, I think, 400 euros. So yeah, I know it's a bit expensive, but it can go from one person to 2, 3, 4, I think, I'm not sure. I guess if you're a family of 4, then it's fine. Everything's included. She has fins for you to go in the water, and Karen will be happy to answer any question regarding dolphin stuff, because she really knows like her subject. This isn't sponsored. I just did some kind of collaboration with her. I just had to mention her in the video, but I didn't have to like do a speech. That's because I really like it. So free speech. And so yeah, number 3 is not really a spot, properly speaking, but if you're in the south of the island and you're going to drive from like east to west or the other way around, you should really stop on the way, because the landscapes are beautiful and are amazing. Either if you go like in the green luscious road, or if you just follow the coast of the ocean, either are amazing, and you should really like take the time to like enjoy the drive. Stop if you want to see like more of it, and the view is really amazing, as you can see. The next one is Chamarel and the 7-colored earth, which is pretty famous, and maybe you have some pictures of it. It's part of like a big park. The entrance is like 325 Mauritian rupees, so it's like 7 euros. But like there's not, I don't know if it's really worth spending like half a day there. If you want to see like the dunes, there's like some kind of fences around it. You can just only walk around and that's it. So you see the dunes and then bye. There's like 1 or 2 territories around. But that was not what I was expecting. Then the tickets gives you also access to some viewpoints to see a waterfall, but you can only see it from like far away. If you want to actually go to the waterfall, then you have to have a guide with you. And number 5 is Black River Go. It's a natural park that gives you access to like multiple hikes and different waterfalls, and it's really beautiful. I did one hike there and went to 500 feet waterfall. It was a like small hike, maybe like 30 minutes way back and forth. Number 6 is also one of my favorite things I did, doing a boat tour. So I went to on the eastern part of the island, which is called Pointe des Nids. I had a choice between half day and full day, but I chose half day tour, which really is like 3 hours for 7,000 rupees, which is like 150 euros. So yeah, it's a bit expensive, but I wanted to take my time to take pictures and be able to fly my drone. If you don't mind the group tour, I'm sure it's like less expensive, and there's lots of different tour companies you can find. We went on this really small part of stand on the ocean, so it was really beautiful. I got to snorkel with the fishes, and then we went near l'île aux Aigrettes, which is really famous there because there's some kind of bird that only exists in Mauritius. And yeah, and since I'm talking about oceany stuff, one thing I do recommend, if you never tried or if you did but want to do it again, is doing some kind of diving course there. This is why just wow, like I've never tried diving, so I was like, okay, now is the time, I want to try. I don't have time to do like a full course, which can take a few days, so I saw that there was like some kind of introduction courses everywhere on the island. So yeah, I booked one involved sun divers, and it was really good. So what happened is like they pretty much start to explain how the equipment works, what are the different like things you're carrying, and then you go to the pool and do some fake diving in pool. So you learn how to use the like breather and stuff, and then you can do an actual dive in the ocean about like 12 meters, I think, not sure, but I think. And for the first time, it was very stressful going like deep in the water, seeing like the bottom being far away, but then looking up and seeing that the surface was very far away too. I was like, oh my god, ooh. But then I kept going and it was fine. But I don't really remember like what I saw there because I was trying to like, oh my god, what should I do? How to breathe, not die? There's lots of stuff to think about. But I really loved it. And spoiler, I actually did my open water course in Thailand when I was there, and it was really amazing. But that's for another story, like far in the future. Finally, let's talk about the north. There's still a few things to do. First, I would recommend to go at least once to Port Louis, which is like the capital of the country and the island, and like the main city. I only spent half a day there. What I did there was to go to like this waterfront outside mall, just to like see what's there. It's nice to be like near the water and stuff. So I ate there, and then I went to the central market where you can buy lots of fruits, there's clothes. I guess just go there once if you like. If the weather is not good, just go there for like half a day just to see it. Then if you go like a little bit north of Port Louis, you should stop at the botanical garden, which name I cannot pronounce it. It's a huge like garden with lots of trees, some animals, so really nice. And yeah, same, if the weather is like, you should go there and like spend maybe 1 or 2 hours, just walk around, and it's really, and die. And finally, yeah, you should go to the like northern part of the island and to see the beaches, because they're really beautiful, I would say. I didn't talk a lot about beaches on this video, but like if you have a day and you just want to like explore the beaches, go to the north from like Cap Malheureux to Trou Beach. I think it's pretty much it for like the list of the 10 things to do. So yes, so that is.
So thanks for watching, and as always, you can follow me on Instagram or on TikTok, which is where I post most of what I do. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next. See ya!